Smoky Coverage Sports Talk.
So you got your coach gone. Do you think it could be a total clean house?
Yeah. So right now it looks like it probably will, but it won't be because that's what the Ravens wanted. Because I don't think I don't think they were gonna necessarily fire Todd, not yet, because they decided to remove John. Now, obviously, Steve Bisciotti was kind of saying like, "Yo, I think Todd need to go," and John was saying no. So Todd could have still went, but I definitely think Zach Orr is gonna go. Which is going to get into what I'm hoping happens, because I do have I already have a what I hope happens, but honestly what I hope happens includes Todd staying, so I hope he doesn't go.
Okay.
I mean, you're probably going to take the better option. If the Browns want him as a head coach, you're going to take that money, so you kind of have to.
So you aren't a coordinator anymore.
Yeah, I think Todd should stay. I would like Todd to stay. That's what I think. I don't think the offense was bad. I think the offense was good. Yes. Will I say he made some bad decisions by stopping the run at times and relying too much on the pass at times? Yes, absolutely. I'm not going to take nothing away from it, but I think Todd Monken is a great offensive mind. I think Zach Orr needs to go, which leads to what I want. And I'll just go ahead and say what I want right now. My gut says we need to hire Clint Kubiak, Seattle's offensive coordinator, as the head coach. Keep Todd Monken as the offensive coordinator if he chooses to stay. And then we need to go out, and if he decides he wants to not go for another head coaching position, we need to try to get Raheem Morris, Atlanta's ex-head coach.
Yeah.
A lot
if
of
he
people
wants to be a coordinator.
Right, if he wants to be a coordinator. Now, I think it's possible because nobody really is shopping him as a head coach, because they looked at Atlanta and they looked at a clean failure. Like, they just don't believe in him as a head coach.
And they also just wanted to clean house too. I mean, so they wanted to clean house. Anytime you fire coach and the GM, it wasn't. It was bad.
I can admit that I was wrong. But we're about to get into that today. I was wrong. That don't happen often. It may not happen again. But I admit I was wrong.
Why were you wrong? What happened?
Well, I mean, we're going to jump into the Harb conversation because he just got let go. And, I'm indifferent about it. I'm perplexed. I'm heartbroken. We need change. But, Mac, I'm going to let you take it because, you got all of the inside dirt. But I'm heartbroken.
I mean, I think I agree. I'm heartbroken too. I'm not going to say I entirely saw it was coming, because I didn't. I thought we was going to make some splash, but I didn't think it was going to be John. But I did see an article from one of the analysts that stated one of the main factors that went into the decision was John's refusal to fire Todd Monken.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy though when you think about it, because now it's about to kind of like John put his career on the line for Todd, and Todd is very possibly about to leave us because the Browns have just requested to interview Todd Monken as their head coach.
Wow.
So it's like, yo, John, you put your career on the line, and Todd still might go to somebody in the division. Like, that's wicked.
Yeah, that's crazy. And, and Todd has been good because, and I can't remember the offensive coordinator before Todd joined, but Greg Roman, yeah. He wasn't using Lamar the way Lamar needed to be used.
No.
So Todd opened up the offensive line and used Lamar to the best of his abilities. Like, he structured an offense around Lamar's capabilities. So if it's true, if he goes, congratulations to him. That's the whole point of being, the coordinator, so that you can get that head coach gig. But I'd be sad to see him go. But I'm like, at this point, are they planning to clean house? Who else do you think is on the block?
So real quick, coaching places, available spots to land, they have y'all ranked as number 1. The most desirable place to be a head coach is the Baltimore Ravens. They say y'all have pieces in place like no other team. Also says they didn't expect y'all to lose this quick. Again, to go to the point, like you said, you got Kyle back there, you got Humphreys back there. You flip to the and Mr. Zero. That y'all are solid on. That's 3 pieces on defense, cornerstones.
Yeah.
Then you flip it. You still got Lamar and you still got Henry. I mean, you got a really good young line that played 15 to 17 games together.
Yeah.
Like that's really unheard of in this time and age. Where your offensive line plays. So You have some pieces, so you're right. I see that as number 1 for sure. Let me see what they have for number 2. They actually say the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm about to say the Falcons because the Falcons got a lot of pieces. Their offense
Yeah.
is stacked. Bijan
Mhm.
Robinson, they got some good receivers. Their defense
Mhm.
is actually pretty solid. So the Atlanta Falcons are definitely is a high commodity too. And honestly, I don't know if they're ranked at number 3, but I
Go
wouldn't
ahead,
be
take a guess.
surprised.
Go ahead, let me see. Who
I
you
wouldn't
got?
be surprised if the Giants was up there.
Matt, get out my screen, man. Get out my
Hey,
screen.
hey,
The
listen.
Giants. The Giants are number 3 because they have the quarterback. They lost their number 1 receiver halfway through the season.
Yeah,
So you get him back, that's almost like another draft pick. I mean, mentally,
yeah, yep.
you know? So,
And they
Imma just
lost
go down and
their running back,
yeah.
Scatterbo.
I'm not think
He is. I think he is this generation's Mike Allstott.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that. I
Yeah.
definitely was thinking that lines. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Number 4, they have Tennessee. There's some pieces
Oh.
in Tennessee. You got Cam Ward, and that dude, he's just got a rocket of an arm. The reason why they got him so high is because they got 105 million in cap space and the number 4 pick.
You can play
Wow.
with that.
So when you got 105 million in cap space, you figure you can come out this gate looking nice. So
You
at
Yeah.
can
first,
add.
like,
You can add a
what you
Yeah,
say,
lot.
Matt?
you can add a lot with that. You can
Yeah, at
add.
first I was like 4, but then when I read 105 million and you got the number 4 pick, then they said they got number 5, and this will be the last one. Then we're gonna talk about y'all coach again. Number 5 is the Raiders. They
Yeah,
said
because they fired
you
Pete
got your
Carroll.
They bite Carroll.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they fired Carroll. So you got Brock Bowers,
Yeah,
incredible tight end. You got Ashton,
Ashton
running
Genty.
back. Yeah, you got your tight end, you got your running back. They still got Max Crosby doing things on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
But they have the number 1 pick. So Keshia, there you go. They have the number 1 pick, and
The
they have
Raiders.
100 million in cap room.
Damn.
So as far as
good night.
money goes, they have some money to do some stuff. You got the number 1 pick. I think they're gonna draft the kid out of Indiana,
Yeah, I'm saying why not? Yeah,
Heisman Trophy winner
Yes.
Mendoza. So they'll draft Mendoza. So they'll have their quarterback, they'll have their running back, they'll have their tight end. They got their cornerstone on defense and 100 million in cap room. I think, of course, they don't have no coach, but the coach can come in and pick his players.
yeah, you can.
He can come in and pick his players. But we know one coach that will not be picking players for the Baltimore Ravens this year. I only put that caveat in there because we don't know. That was going to be my next question to y'all two. Do you think coach can get another job somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's already, what did they say? What's interesting is that they said there are 7 teams that are looking for him, but as of this moment, there are only 6 openings. Well, 7 opens if you count the Ravens. So there's somebody who has not fired their coach already, or who has
Yeah.
not announced the firing of their coach already, who's looking into Harb. I mean, 18 seasons, he's probably one of the best looking 64-year-old men that I know. He's in great shape.
Let me find out. Keisha had a little question.
No. But I mean, but he looks
Who
great
looks
for his
better?
age. He
Who
looks
looks
great
better,
for
him
his
or
age.
his brother?
John.
John.
You
Yeah,
think
I
John
like
looks
John.
better than his
Yeah,
brother?
I like John. Yeah,
Not too
Jim
bad. Yeah.
wears
Jim
too
got
many.
that football wear and tear.
Yeah. And, I'm not a big fan of khakis. So, like,
Okay.
Jim's always got the khakis on.
Hey,
Always got the
Ah.
khakis on.
I guess, and John's been with you for 18 years, so I
Yeah,
mean,
18
you
years is a long
probably
time, 2 decades.
you know,
I mean, I'm sure he's still, he's definitely got life in him, so he's gonna take
yeah,
another gig. But at this point, I don't know what the NFL pensions look like, but
yeah,
at this
yeah,
time, I mean, because he was a special teams coach before
yeah,
he,
Yep.
joined the Ravens. So at this, he could retire, if he
yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to.
yeah.
If I was a
Somebody,
bet,
go ahead,
I was
Matt.
about to say if I was a betting man, I would say he's going to the Giants.
Okay,
I think they want him. I think it's already been some talks.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You know
so
what? I'm gonna
I
throw a
think it's
place out
happening.
there. I could see him in the Raiders going
I
up against
could.
his brother, right?
I
I
Mm.
mean, it's
could.
the same division, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Chargers. Yeah.
they can go against each other 2 times a year. You got storybook right there. I mean, the
Yeah.
NFL is all about storybook, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could definitely
And
see him writing that.
that would put him closer to his brother too.
That's what
Vegas
I'm
is.
saying. Yeah, they would hang out. They would hang
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Oh, is there an issue with Lamar's contract that you guys are
Yes.
hearing about?
Yeah. So it's already kind of known what it is. The contract is good. However, this upcoming season, because of the way that they initially structured it, upcoming season, Lamar would account for a $77 million cap space hit. So they have to restructure it. Exactly. So they have to restructure it to free up some space. Because right now we're sitting at about $30 million in cap space.
Who's got the highest now? Is it Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
Did he pass Lamar?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lamar set the bar high for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's it.
The Browns and Deshaun set it high for everybody.
Oh, that's right. The 280.
This is true.
That 280 knocked everybody out the water. And he ain't even playing. That's that.
Yeah.
That's that. All right.
And you're not even playing.
And not even playing. All right. So, hey, let's talk about this weekend's schedule. We know who's in. We definitely know who's in, and we know where they're playing at. Hey, Keshia, why don't you take us through the first game? What you got there?
We've got the Rams, Panthers. Panthers are at home Saturday at 4:30. This one's a tough one because I have to admit, I'm actually surprised the Panthers are here where they are.
I think
But I'm gonna take, I'm gonna take the Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams for this week.
Hey, what you see, Matt? What you see for that Rams Panthers game? Panthers being at home.
Honestly, I agree. I think that, don't get me wrong, Panthers are young, they up and coming, but I kind of feel like this is kind of fool's gold. They in there by happenstance because they're in a weak division. Yeah, and then like it says right there, Rams getting Devontae Adams back. Yeah, this is kind of a no-brainer for me. I think the Rams might make them look pretty bad.
All right, well, guess what? We got a sweep because I'm that offense. Anytime I see it, somebody running open. I'm like, who was sticking that dude? So yeah, we gonna go 3-0. I think for that particular game.
Matt LaFleur is the Rams offensive coordinator, and just to kind of put it out there, he is rated as one of the top individuals that the Ravens should pursue. But hey,
how do you feel about that? Do you think he would be a good fit for what you guys do or what you want to do?
Yeah, because of his offensive mindset, absolutely. I think that kind of what we was talking about earlier. If we do lose Todd, I do think that our head coach needs to be somebody that has a good offensive mind, because I don't know what other offensive coordinators out there we could really pursue, which means we would probably potentially hire internal or pull from college like we did with Todd. And I think we need a head coach that's strong, has a good offensive mind, good offensive foundation. But at the same token, we might lose Zach. So we might need a good defensive foundation. I really don't know, because like we was talking about earlier, we could end up losing both coordinators and the head coach. So I think there's a lot out there that we could really play with. But I would not be mad at Matt LaFleur at all. Let me.
All right. So we got game 1 out the way. Keshia, what we got for game 2?
All right, game 2, Packers Bears. I'm going with the Bears on this one.
You going Bears home?
I'm going Bears on this one. I mean, yeah, I'm going Bears.
All right, Mac, what you think?
Honestly, I honestly agree. I think that, and I think that doesn't matter who was to play, whether we was talking about Malik Willis or Jordan Love. I think that the Bears are just putting it together at the right time. I don't know how far I think they're going to go, but I think they figured it out a little sooner than everybody thought they would. We expected the Bears to be good next season. We knew what they were doing. This game, though, I got to go Bears. I got Bears.
All right, as much as I want to disagree with y'all, I can't. I mean, the reason why, though, is because Chicago is at home. That city ain't had a playoff game and who knows how long. And I just think that crowd is just going to be bananas. I just don't think Green Bay is going to be. Now, if the game was in Green Bay, it might have been a different story. But this game being in Chicago and they hungry.
I talked to a couple homies that actually believe the Bears are going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Wow. So
we need to get them on the show if they pull that win off Philly and San Fran.
All right. Philly San
being
Fran.
home. What you there?
Let's see. Well, I am living in the Philly market, and as reluctant as I am to jump on the Philly bandwagon, I am going to say, because it's home.
Yeah.
The Eagles going to take this one.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles going to take this one. I mean, I have love for Saquon. Jalen is doing his thing. Everyone loves Jalen, but I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one.
Okay. So home team, and then away. All right, Matt, what you got? San Francisco, Philly.
This is where I think we part ways. I think San Fran pulls it off in a nail biter.
Okay.
I think this is one of them years where I think Christian knows his time is coming to an end. And if you watch that last game, one of their last games, not their last game, the game before that, Christian was playing. I think he knows that clock is on and he's playing at a different level. And it's something about Brock Purdy. I don't know what it is. It's something about young Bull. Like he's a good game manager, as Cam Newton said. You know what I'm saying? And I think he does just enough to where we talking about a 2-point game. Like, yeah, it come down to something at the very end.
Okay, I could see that. See, me being from Philly, my mom wants to be on the show. She's always down Chicky and Pete's getting interviewed. I had to tell y'all that. But this is one of those games that you look at it. I think Philly wins because it's a home game.
Yeah.
I think home field advantage in the playoffs means so much. I think McCaffrey has a good game. I don't see them going to Philly winning. I'm gonna go Philly. I'm gonna go Philly at home. Again, it's one of those things where as though Jalen got a chance to rest a little bit last week. They didn't play him. You know, so Brock had to run for his life. That Seattle team was just smacking him up and down. So I think that it wears on you. Also, we gotta remember, Brock was what pick? Anybody remember?
No, I don't remember.
I don't remember that at all.
Brock Purdy was the last player picked in an NFL draft. Brock Purdy was number 262.
Last pick.
Yeah.
So
7th round.
when you bring up the point of it's something about Brock Purdy. When you said that, Mac, it made me think about his draft position.
Yeah.
He's not a first round pick, second round pick, third round pick. Brock Purdy was 262. So I don't see Mr. 262 beating that Philadelphia Eagles defense. I just don't. When it comes to playoff time, I think those numbers matter.
Yeah, and I see that. I can see that. I don't know. I think what I will say, and it might be a little, against the grain. I don't think that Phillies defense is like that.
No, but they have enough pieces on defense. That defensive line can give you fits. And they have some pieces back there. I mean, you got Gene back there. They might be a little weak on the corners. But I think that offensive line helps that. You know how that goes. You get a good push up front, your corners look amazing. They stick on everybody when they only got to stick for 3 seconds. We'll see. We'll see. So
that'll be a good one. That'll be a good one.
That's that NFC bracket. All right, Keish, what you got in the AFC this weekend?
All right, in the AFC, we've got Bills and Jaguars at 1 on Sunday.
In Jacksonville.
So here's the thing. Okay, statistics and all that knowledge. I go with like my gut, and it's probably the worst thing because I never win in fantasy because I always go with like the emotion. And I'm still kind of upset about Josh Allen and MVP last year. So, but I mean, I have to be realistic. Like, so he has been delivering, but it is in Jacksonville. So I'm going to go with the Jaguars. Lost probably going to be mad at me, but I'm going to go with the Jaguars.
So, Matt, who you got with Buffalo and Jacksonville?
Yeah, I agree with Key. Jacksonville, 1. Yeah, I probably am a little biased too. First of all, I think everybody gives Josh Allen excuses. He always got an excuse for why he not good. But this should be the easiest slate, right? This should be the easiest slate. No Lamar, no Joey Burrow, no Patrick Mahomes. Hey, you should walk right to the AFC Championship and walk to the Super Bowl. Not gonna happen. I think Buffalo's one and done. And the reason I think they're one and done is because half of Buffalo's offense is predicated on that bull, James Cook, and Jacksonville has the number one run defense in the NFL.
Okay.
Their number one run defense, and they also accounted for 31 takeaways this season.
Wow.
Jeez. Go ahead, dropping nuggets over there. We see you, Matt. Dropping nuggets over there.
Hey,
that's almost like 2 a game.
Exactly. So when you couple that, you're gonna fluster Josh, probably create at least one takeaway, and James Cook doesn't get his motor going because their defense is just too good, and it's at home.
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
All right. Well, this is where I differ.
Okay.
I differ. I'm going Buffalo. I respect both of y'all answers, but I'm going Buffalo for the simple fact that Jacksonville doesn't know about playoff games. Josh Allen knows playoff games.
Yeah, for sure.
I just see when the pressure is on, I think when the pressure starts boiling, I just think that Buffalo takes this. I get it. I think Jacksonville's defense is so stout. I mean, that defense is really, really good.
Chargers and the Patriots on Sunday.
Whew.
You know, like, is this the first time that the Patriots have been in the playoffs since Brady left?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you feeling?
I'm not I'm torn. I'm torn. I'm gonna go with, if the Ravens were in it, it would be anybody but the Patriots, anybody but the Steelers. But I'm gonna go with the Patriots because they're hungry. And back in the playoffs since Brady,
Like, that man left and won. I said, that's
I
crazy.
know, like he left and came back and then won again. I'm like,
Another reason is to switch topics about the Raiders. I mean, he's down there with that number one pick. You get your quarterback. You got Brady to teach you what to do. But anyway, here we go.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Patriots. I'm going with the
We're going with the
Patriots.
Patriots. We're going with the
This is
Patriots.
the post Bill Belichick Brady era, so I'm going with the
Okay.
Patriots.
Okay. I need that
Yeah.
that sweater like he used to wear with the sleeves. He used to crack me up with that.
Oh,
The
yeah,
hoodie
that
with
cut
no
off.
sleeves. Yeah. What you see, Matt? What you got?
This one's tough for me. And my fear is the same thing that you was just saying, AJ, with the Bills and the Jags. My fear is that the lack of playoff experience for like Drake May and stuff is going to play a role. I think they're well coached. Mike Vrabel is a heck of a coach. I think the Chargers are well coached, obviously. Back to the Harbaugh, but Jim this time. You know what I mean?
And his khakis.
And his khakis, but I'm gonna go with Patriots though because I just feel like they're the better team. But it's gonna be close. That one's gonna be a tough one as well.
Okay.
That one's gonna be tough.
All right. On his brother just got fired. I think
The dad.
that brother goes up, hangs out with his brother, does film study of everything New England, and I think he tries to help his brother immensely. And I
yeah.
think it actually
yeah.
helps. I think it actually helps the Chargers. I go back to pivot that playoff experience. I just think having a Harbaugh in the playoffs says something, and that's my upset. If there's going to be one, that will be my upset.
Yeah,
There we
I
have
can
it.
see it. That's why I said that was tough for me. It could go either way.
Yeah, honestly, it could definitely go either way. Any
Yeah,
other games left?
Nope. Nothing worth watching.
Yeah,
We got Texans Steelers on Monday.
yeah. We'll see you in We'll see
Yeah.
you in Cancun soon, brother.
All right. But look,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta say,
like I got the Texans because, like, to your point, Mac, what you talking about before, Texans are the better team. Steelers, y'all, all jokes aside,
I
y'all
know.
just got in barely
Yeah.
by the skin of your teeth.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm going with the Texans.
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
I actually agree, and it has
Really?
nothing to do with.
Really?
It has nothing. Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with feelings though. Like I tell everybody, I'm a fan of the game before I'm a fan of the Ravens. I like football before I like the Ravens. So my outlook on the game doesn't change. You know what I mean? But no, one thing I will say for y'all is y'all get DK back. That's great. We saw, TJ still had that motor regardless of the injury, so that was good for y'all. I just think the difference between us versus y'all and them versus y'all is the Texans' ability to get to the quarterback this year. Aaron hasn't proven to be that good against a strong blitz. He doesn't want to get hit. He doesn't want to get hit, and when he thinks he's going to get hit, he tends to dirt the ball a lot.
Great.
And I think that the Texans' ability, their pass rush is way better than the Ravens. So he's going to be going from night and day in the span of a week. He's going to go from a team that has a non-existent pass rush to the team that has one of the best pass rush. I just think I think the Texans do exactly what I said the Ravens needed to do, which was get Aaron Rodgers off his mark.
Get at it. Yeah.
Get him off his mark. And that's really the only reason why. I think that their defensive front is way better than our defensive front.
Yeah, and I mean, and we see like what he did against our defensive front last week. Like, there were plenty of times where he just kind of like overthrew or missed completely or had to throw it out of bounds. So to your point, yeah, they're gonna come at him.
Yeah. You're right though. He doesn't like people near his feet. I had to remove my Steelers hat. I really did, just because I wanted to get my unbiased. So what I found out was it's not really what's going to happen in between the lines. You got two good football teams, honestly. I mean, our Steelers defense isn't a bad defense. I mean, we gave up 3 big plays. Zay Flower was waving at people just running down the field. I had to take my Steelers hat off and look at this and say, what's going to happen outside the lines? So I'm going to give you guys a couple quick points. Mike Tomlin has never lost at home on Monday Night Football. The Steelers have won 23 straight home games on Monday Night Football. 23.
That's wicked.
23. And on the other side of that, CJ Stroud has never won a football game in his professional career when the weather was under 40 degrees. Now, granted, it's only 3 games,
It's gonna be
but
cold.
they haven't won a game in under 40 degrees since 2014. That's a long time. They do not play
Yeah.
a lot of games in the cold weather, and they just don't win. As a matter of fact, the last time they played in cold weather was against a Baltimore Ravens team in the playoffs, and y'all smashed them 37, maybe?
Yeah, we dog walked them.
They just don't do well in the cold. So again, I got to paint outside the lines because on the field they're a much better team. But just like I looked at that Miami team, they can't play well when it's cold, and it always shows up.
Yeah.
When you talk about a quarterback that had 3 games in the cold weather, and he's not a good performer in cold weather. And when you play games that are 70 degrees all the time, and you play in these domes, when you play those games and you got to come down to that 30 degrees, it's supposed to be 30 degrees on Monday night.
Yeah.
So
And it's
33 and 33 and
dark.
snowing.
oh,
Yeah.
and snowing. So when
And
you
snowing.
hang out in Texas, and it's 70 degrees, 70 degrees, 70 degrees, and you don't know what that cold feels like, it bites you. Not to
Yes, it
say
do.
it's a big turning situation, but when your quarterback hasn't won in cold weather and you're playing against a coach who hasn't lost on Monday Night Football, I just
The
think
odds are in your favor.
I think so. Again, I'm saying Steelers, just the fact of we have a very good running tandem. It might not be the tandem like up in Detroit, but I just like the way our backs get out, and the Texans have the linebackers to cover that. The problem, though, is that once they spread out, that middle of that field opens, and DK is able to get out on that outside by himself. So we might not look like the big names, but I think we have the components to win. And we're home. A
Yeah, they do.
well-coached team at home can do some things. So
Yeah.
that's my
Yeah, I can see that. I had a conversation with one of my homies that's a Houston fan out here, and that's what I said the same thing to him that you just said. I said, listen, the only thing that's going against y'all is y'all are a South Texas team that plays in a dome. You're not used to those elements.
yeah. And
You know what I
Keshia, you
mean?
said it's gonna snow?
Yeah, that's what it says. I mean, it doesn't. I can't see when it's gonna start snowing, but yeah, it says 33 is the high. But this is the 8 o'clock game when the game starts, but like in the 20s halfway through,
Yeah.
and there's potential snow.
Did you hear that the Steelers kicker, it was
We was talking about earlier how you were saying somebody would want to coach us because of the cornerstones and the pieces we got. And one of the names that you named, he gotta go. Marlon Humphreys got to go. Bro, listen.
no.
Listen,
Actually,
brother.
I just read that he's questioning his future with Baltimore.
Yeah, because he is cooked, bro. He's cooked. Hey,
I just looked up his stats. They said this is his best year playing coverage.
he do new.
No? Stats lie
Trash.
today.
He trash. Brother, hey, listen. Literally, 2 of y'all scores came on the back of him. All y'all big plays in the second half was all on him. That double move that you was talking about, that was on him. That screen, yeah, that to the outside, not the one the Fryer move. The Fryer move straight up the middle on the outside, that was on Marlon.
Yeah.
That was on Marlon.
You're talking about the catch to Thielen when it went right by Marlon.
Yeah, right by
was by his head. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
to
the
Thielen.
But
that
no,
was,
the move was Calvin Austin to give us that touchdown. Was against
but
number
that was a Wouzier planting his feet wrong and he slipped. That was Wouzier. He slipped. We can't do nothing.
Yeah.
You can't really do nothing about that. He was dumb for planting with both feet. He should have pivoted on the outside foot, but hey, you slipped. It is what it is. You got cooked. But even on that big play that y'all had the game well, y'all ran the screen.
Yeah.
The first time y'all ran that screen.
Oh, he missed the tackle. Yeah.
But the first time y'all ran it, what happened? Swing out. Kyle Hamilton made the tackle. Yep. Y'all gave like 2 plays. They run that same exact play with Kyle Hamilton out. Marlon Humphrey 1-on-1.
Yeah. He blew it.
Yeah.
He did blow it.
Chop suey. Chop suey. Hey, brother, he's done that every game. He's got at least 1 to 3 bad plays every game.
Yeah.
So with pivoting back to the Ravens looking like a team a head coach could go to.
Mm-hmm.
What's your cap situation? Do you know that? I mean, I know it's early, but I know Lamar eats up a lot of that. But do you know your cap situation?
Right now we got 30 million.
You got 30 million in cap, which
Yep.
won't do a lot.
Won't do a lot. It'll do some things because we can kick some of the paint down the road with doing void years and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It'll do some things, but we will open up more because I fully expect them to restructure Lamar. They're not going to take this 77 million.
A lot of money.
They're not going to.
I'd take 77 million. I'd take 77 million. I would.
Yeah, and he's still going to get his money. It's just not going to hit the cap the same way.
Right.
They're
Yeah,
going to restructure it.
They'll spread it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and spread it out.
But this year he accounts for a hefty piece, and I don't think they're going to carry that into the year.
Yeah.
Right,
And
so
Harbaugh is still under contract, right? I mean, I know he was fired, but like his contract was restructured. So I'm just curious of that 33 million, like what's the payout or what's the severance that, he gets from that?
that wouldn't touch players' money.
No, not the cap, but it'd be interesting to
won't
see
touch
how
the cap.
it pays out for him.
Yeah. So I'm a close out this show with asking you two a question. I'll go ladies first as we do. Keshia, if you could actually talk to Coach Harbaugh, just have a conversation real quick. You catch him in the elevator. You catch him in the elevator.
Yeah.
What would you?
I'm leaving the castle and I catch him in the elevator.
Yeah.
Thank you. Everything, all good things come to an end. I'm a true believer. 18 years is a lot to be proud of. So didn't end the way that we all hoped. I'm sure that wasn't his plan. I know in his note that he wrote to the team, he said this isn't, how I talked about, or how I thought I'd be writing my departure letter. But he did good work when he was there. And I'm sure the team is thinking about it, or the powers that be are thinking about, like I said last time, the culture of the organization is important. So as they look at, potential coaches that they're keeping in mind, and I'm sure that they are, like someone who's going to maintain that positive culture that the team has, because I think that's important overall. Of course, somebody who's going to do the job right is most important, but someone who fits within the organization is going to be important. But to Harbaugh, thank you. He's done remarkable work, and not everybody, there aren't many coaches who last 18 years.
Only 2.
So that's something to be proud of.
In the common era. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mac. So you walking into the elevator, coach pushes the button. What do you say to Coach Harbs?
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying the same thing off rip. Thank you. You know what I mean? And first of all, obviously, you brought another Super Bowl to the city. You know what I mean? You are a champ. Can't nobody take nothing away from that. And you did it in extravagant fashion. You know what I mean? So your greatness definitely is there. We appreciate it. I mean, we had a run that year with Joe Flacco that nobody thought was possible. You know what I mean? When you look at that run, the way that John coached that team, it was nothing short of amazing. We beat Peyton Manning and Tom Brady to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Joe Flacco.
With Joe
You know what I'm
Flacco,
saying?
yeah.
With Joe Flacco, and you know what I mean? So I would definitely say thank you. Wish him the best of luck. You know what I mean? It's no ill will, it's no hard feelings. You know what I mean? And I hope you know the city of Baltimore, we still rock with you. We still love you. You know what I mean? It was just time. And that's all it was. You know what I mean? It was just time. And I'd wish.
I know.
Look, that would be something. That would be something. But you know what? We'll say that for another show.
Yeah.
Because I believe he will be coaching again. I'll put it out there again. I really believe that he'll end up in coaching the Raiders. That's just my feeling. I think he's been in the league so long that he's probably going to think about family a little bit too. Why not be closer to your brother to be able to, do what brothers do? And hey, I thank Coach too. Probably not like y'all do. I thank him. You know what? I got a question for y'all. During that game, you had 12 seconds left with 2 timeouts. With 2, I know, I'm sorry. I know what we're going to talk about, but
Hey, no, that's good. I'm good with it.
Now, what I was saying while I was watching the game, I said, man, they got 2 timeouts left in 12 seconds. I said, I told the missus, she's sitting there watching with me, and I said, they're going to run the ball 2 times. I said, they're going to get about 10, 12 yards. I said, because we can't really stop Henry. I said, the worst case scenario, he gets 5 yards in 2 tries. That's the worst case scenario. Why did y'all not run the ball?
So all right, now that we think and we just, we've thanked John and we've thanked him for his service. Now I'm going to say, because that's what I would say to him. That's legitimately what I would say to him. I'm not going to tell him that I do think he made some bad decisions.
Right,
You
absolutely.
know what I mean? That's what I would think. But I think that was bad coaching. I said it on my Facebook. That was bad coaching. We had a rookie kicker. You got to try to shorten the field for him. You got a rookie kicker. This is his first opportunity to go prove himself. You got to shorten the field for him. You got your timeout. You got that workhorse in the back in Derrick Henry. And in a post-game interview, John said his thought process was center up the field, not put the ball in risk. Risk a penalty, risk a fumble or something like that. So let's center up the field. He said, and don't get me wrong. I do agree with what he said. He said it wasn't that far of a kick at all. It's a 44-yard kick.
Yeah.
Very makeable.
And he had
Very
made like
makeable.
52, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think he had never missed anything under 40 all year. I mean, under 50 all year. So I understand what John was thinking.
Yeah.
But I think you can't take them timeouts with you. Why not use them? Do something to try to use them. I understand what he was fearing, and I understand because we had just had a penalty on the drive prior. You know what I mean? And I think we had a penalty on that drive as well. Lamar just made up for it.
Mm-hmm.
With that Isaiah likely catch, boy, he head topped y'all, boy. That boy, boy.
And I told you, I said he would be unlikely, and he showed me. He said I'm gonna be very likely. I don't know if that would be the opposite, but I swore he was gonna be unlikely.
Yeah,
He showed me.
yeah.
Keish, what do you think about that holding on to 12 seconds and 2 timeouts?
I mean, to your point, Mac, like that's always been my biggest complaint about the Ravens. They play so conservative. We don't play, or we haven't played to win. We play not to lose.
Yeah.
And in those instances when you don't take the chance or you err on the side of caution and again, understand you don't want to put the ball at risk because penalties, I mean, this season we've been pretty good, but I mean, most seasons we've, kill
hurt
ourselves with penalties. There'll be like 90 yards that we lose in a game because of penalties. So I get that. But at the same token, we gotta, if it's you're going to the playoffs, so you gotta play hard. Like every game is like the beginning of a new season. You're zeroed out. So you gotta play to win, not play to lose. And like that's my thought. That you just gotta give your heart each time. Like we got Derrick Henry back there, like I said, who will run through everybody. And you gotta give it to him. But
yeah. And he was averaging 5 yards a carry.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking, honestly. I was sitting there saying they're going to run this ball. But to your point, Mac, I didn't hear his press conference, but I get it. If you get an offensive lineman to move, then you move back 5.
Now you ain't got no chance.
But he played that like Tomlin likes to say, don't play in your fears.
Yes.
Don't live in your fears is what Tomlin says. Don't live in your fears. Nothing in this game of football that we all love is given. A 40-yard field goal isn't given. So I'm thinking
even with Tucker, it wasn't given towards the end of
last year. Yeah, he missed a career high 8 field goals.
Were for field goals.
Yeah, I just and I get it. There's been multiple years where y'all could have won a game and you lost it because he tried to overthink. I get that. So maybe he was thinking, let me not overthink this. Let me take this field goal and we go home and AJ, Keshia, and Matt will not be talking about me.
Yeah.
So let me take this. But I think as Coach Tomlin would say, you can't live in your fears, and nothing in NFL is given. And it proved that just because your kicker lines up to kick it, it's not given.
Yeah.
And
go ahead,
and
Matt.
I think in that thought of not overthinking it, I think he overthought it.
I do.
Just it's not an overthink. Just give Derrick the ball.
Yeah.
Even if you just do one play. Even if you just did one play
and got him closer.
He probably gets it down to 39.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little less. You know what I
mean? My fear there was, if you notice a lot of times when teams know you're going to run, it ends up being a super long run because everybody's up on the line.
They're trying to sell out.
They're trying to sell out. So I was like, no, don't give it to Henry because we're going to stack the line and everybody's going to get blocked.
Yeah.
And his ass is going to run for a touchdown and the game is over. That was what
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was thinking the opposite where we're going to stop him. Like we talked about, he falls forward for 3.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, we're going to close this. We're going to take a look at our picks. I hope y'all enjoy the games this weekend. I know y'all will both be free Monday night. So I y'all night. So you know, but I'll check in with y'all during these other games because they're important to the script writers. They wrote an amazing season this year. As I said before, this is probably one of the better NFL seasons that we got to see. Every single team that's in it right now could walk away champion. I really do.
Yeah.
I think any
it's
given
a toss up.
it's not anything given. And we'll leave it at that note. And I appreciate y'all and look forward to talking with y'all this week.
Absolutely.
All right. Take care, guys.
Y'all be easy.
Later.
Peace.
Later.